Good morning. Good morning. I'm getting myself together this morning because it's been a long week. I don't know if it's been a long look at those crepe myrtles in bloom. 100-day bloom. They let us know when summer's about to be over. I was getting my newspaper from the porch. Getting my newspaper from where Mr. Lafayette. Y'all know he leaves me the newspaper. I'm gonna sit over this way. The sun is beaming on me, and I probably need that. That's that good vitamin D. What I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna close some of these unused apps because Facebook is telling me to do that, and also express. Today's gonna be a little bit different. There's a reason why. The past couple days have been a true reckoning of where we are as a nation. I've interfaced with people that I wouldn't ordinarily probably have conversations with. And I'm not frustrated anymore. I'm just becoming a little bit more real about the situation that we are in, that we're in. And so I'm gonna try to be on, be brief, and sound off. Okay, that's a fact. Get my briefing open. So, good morning. It's Jackie Glass, Mama, Navy vet, certified doer, and your laced-up legislator for the House of Delegates, 89th District. I genuinely hope that you are well, and that life is being good and kind to you. Being very kind to you. If you're just joining us, it's a new day. So let's just jump right into it. Good morning. Be safe out there today. You be safe. You be safe too. I'm worried. I'm worried about you getting home and getting well. That's a real thing. I'm hoping that that you made it out of the hospital and that you're feeling much better and that life is being kind to you. Well, all right, let's get right into it. I woke up today feeling I don't know what the word is, but feeling like we are in a time where we're not allowing ourselves to be honest about what is or is not happening. I'm sorry to hear that. What is or is not happening in our world. And what I find is because of today's happenings, many of us, many people who believe in dignity and believe in rights and believe in these sorts of things for people, we're having this constant need to try to exchange our trauma for justice, right? I think we're asking this large faction of the Republican Party to sympathize with us for justice when we don't need their sympathy. And I say large faction because I do have friends that are Republicans that don't think that way, right? And 9 times out of 10, if we are able to be friends, then we are able to have logical conversations. We are allowed to come from a place of truth and our own power. We're honest about our values and ideals, and we don't need to sensationalize any of our points or just flat out make stuff up to be right. And so I'm going to say this again. You, women out there who are fighting for healthcare rights, right? Because a corpse has more values or more value than you do, right? More rights than you do over the autonomy of their body. We do not have to exchange our trauma for justice. We should not have to exchange our trauma for justice, and that's something many of us have done for a great deal of time. You do not need this faction of the Republican Party's sympathy for justice because you're not going to get it. What we need is more votes. That's the truth. I am in the process of preparation for next session, for 2023 session, and I'm thinking about the things that I want to do, and I'm talking to community partners, and I'm talking to state level partners and organizations on the things that we want to get done. And the consistent sentiment is, this one we're going to have to wait another 3 or 4 years or so, because the environment doesn't allow for it. The environment doesn't allow for it, so we're not going to be able to do it. Flat out. Many of the things that some of you here and myself want to get done, that we feel like, again, the state level is now the last line of defense. Many of the things we want to get done, we can't even think about bringing them to the table for another 3 years. And that is just facts. That is where we're at. So we don't need sympathy, we need more votes. Which is why we've got to get our acts together over the next year or two. We've got to get our acts together for next year. We got to get our act together for next year, because I'm telling you, in 2023, it can be worse. And it will be, if folks have their way. Y'all did not, I think about the people that voted to have me there, and the people that say, Jackie, I feel like you're doing a great job, and things like that. Y'all did not send me there. You did not send me to Richmond to beg and to plead. You didn't send me to Richmond to sit silently. You send us to Richmond and go get stuff done. But I am telling you right now, it is freaking frustrating sitting in a room knowing that you will never hear some of the bills that are important to you, to this district, will never see the light of day, because we don't have the votes. We don't even have the votes to hear them in committee before they get to the floor. And so let's be honest, right? Is this faction of the Republican Party had me thinking about Destiny's Child song. You know that song? Y'all know that Destiny's Child that go, you be saying no, 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 when it's really yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, they be saying so much no, 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 and yeah, 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 that before, as I was preparing, to get you guys the news of what's going on and all these things, I said, let me just make a list. Because I don't think we talk enough about what it is and put into scope what it is that is happening here. So in my little 3 or 4, however many minute list that I could type, because I'm not a fast typer, let me just say that I don't type fast. I started thinking to myself, what are all the things that this faction of the Republican Party says no to? What are the things that I just know in my sphere of, influence? What do I know that they say no to? Charlotte's saying, frankly, I have a wild thought of some things to be done for women to go. Yeah, that happened, right? At one point, I can't remember when it was, but women withheld sex across the country to get women's rights back. That was an actual strike. That was real. What are the things that this faction of the Republican Party says no to? What do they say no to? And I'll ask y'all to join me in this list making, because I feel like sometimes we're not I'm typing in a chat the no and yes. Yo, it's really simple. It's not that big. It's the no list, right? So they say no to women's health care. They say no to books. They say no to history. They say no to facts. They specifically say no to Black history, no to white abolitionist history. No. Okay, let's start at the top. Let's go back through this. No to women's health care. No to books. No to history. No to Black history. No to white abolitionist history. no to non-approved words. Can you imagine? I done got popped in my mouth. Go ahead, listen. So Miss Charlene, what I did is I made a little Word document because I want to see how much, and you guys can share this document. How many things can you put? How many things can we say that they say no to? No. So on that document that I just put in the chat, you are more than welcome to take that document and comment on it. I got a pile of no and I got a pile of yes. I ain't even started yet. Kept it simple because I want to see how many things can we really say that they say no to. Let's go to the top. Let's go back to the top because it's real, right? No to women's health care. No to books. No to facts. No to black history. No to white abolitionist history. No to non-approved words. Y'all can't say gay. When I was a kid, again, I can't say the number of times that I got my mouth popped saying words, but anyway. Laws, y'all. They're making laws over words you cannot say because they said, no, you cannot say it. That don't sound like freedom to me. No to a living wage. Hell no. Nah. Y'all can't have no. Dignity? The what? What? No. Nope. Not having it. No to Americans. Right? When I say American, I see all kinds of people. All kinds. I don't know about you. All kinds of people. No to Americans that are not their brand of Americans. No to patriots that are not their brand of patriots. No to religious freedom. No to marriage. No to living children. No. No. Yup, no to love. No. And if this does not frustrate you or take you to a point where you know we've got to do something, I don't know what will. I don't know what will, because I got things that I know I want to get done for my community. For my community. And it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen next year. Some of the things, the vast majority of those things are not gonna happen next year in the Virginia General Assembly. They're not gonna happen the year after that in the General Assembly. They're not gonna happen the year after that in the General Assembly. Maybe in 4 years, we can get some progress on some of these things. Just maybe. That's a healthy maybe. No to housing. Like, fair housing? What? No, Miss Charlene, you on a roll, and I'm going to take all of yours and make sure we put it on the list. No. All the things. But what do they say yes to? That's what I started thinking. It's like, when you're thinking about, people and the arguments, and I listen to some of the things that they say about people that don't bend to their will or don't share their values. I'm just over here a demon, right? Child molesting demon or something. Like, it's wild, right? So essentially, no to freedom, no to flexibility. None of that. And if you don't believe me, we can just look at their policies. So what do they say yes to? They say yes to illegal electorates, right? We're actually having a whole daggum trial. I think in Wisconsin or somebody is having a trial about illegal electorates, meaning fake votes. Yeah, all day. And this is the thing is, I will not be, Miss Charlene said, second gun rights. Yeah, like, here's the deal. I am a gun owner. But I can't make some of that stuff. I can't make it make sense. I cannot make it make sense. So I'll tell you, I put on the list, they say, what they say yes to, they say yes to school shooters? Yes, heck yes, yes. They got the right to do that. That's what they say yes to. Yup. Yes to, yep. No to, yes to election restrictions. Yes. Yes to discrimination. Yes to racism. Yes to school shooters. Yes to rapists. Yes to treason. Yes to insurrection. Yes. They are the destiny child. This is a faction because again, I will always be open, honest, and transparent in a way that you know, like it is a very small faction of them that I can deal with. That I can have sensible, at least in my peer review, that I can have sensible conversations. I can be cordial with everyone. Let me just say that we can be cordial. Hold on. It's telling me I need to shut some stuff down because it's a lot going on. So I'm gonna do that. But yeah, so I put that link in there, and I'm gonna encourage y'all. I'm gonna encourage you to consider what that means, what that looks like. Consider it. Right? What does that mean for them to be yes and no? What are they saying yes to? What are they saying no to? And we've got to get real about it. Like, for real. This is not, it's not a game. I'm going to put the list back in there. Because some of y'all going to come back to this at the end of the day or at a different time, and you're going to be like, I don't know what she's talking about, this list. Yeah, that's the list. We making a list. We Santa Claus. We making a list, and we checking it Christ. Well, I want to see all of the no's and all of the yeses. And that's just what I came up with in a few minutes. And here we are. We cannot do this. We cannot do this for another 3 years. And if you do not want to do this in the Virginia General Assembly in the next 3 years, then we got to get off our hind parts and find our way to get more votes. We need more votes. I'm telling you this, I'm saying it, there's no other way that if in 2023 we don't pull this off to where we have more votes, we will continue to hear no, 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 no. And then low key, the executive branch is going to keep doing what they doing, right? Homeboy just went to this rally, low key. Homeboy keep appointing people. He keep appointing people to boards, and that's why I told y'all, we even locally, we gotta get on these boards, commissions, and authorities. If you want to be a liaison to some of the things that are happening to this city, and maybe you don't have the bandwidth to do it, we gotta find the people that are able to show up, because we cannot push our city, we cannot push our state, we cannot push our country in a way if we do not have participation. That is a fact. And I know a lot of folks are like, I am tired of participating. I'm tired. I haven't seen the change. But you have. You're just frustrated right here, right now. That's it. Charlene says that bystander was held up as a hero for shooting the shooter, and I'm not sure how I feel about him being a hero. It is allowed. See. You can throw up the peace sign. My son says goodbye. So what now what? So what now what is, the list will be fun, right? The list will be a good time. Share the list. Share the list. Let's just start filling it in. Let's fill it in and see what we get. But the now what is, we have an election this year. And we have strategy that needs to be made. There are some brilliant minds out there that don't even know that their creative capital could be the avenue to their next phase of their journey in life. We need people honest people that are willing to work election day. There's a start. Because while Virginia is the wild, wild west as it pertains to campaign finance, we haven't necessarily met that faction of the party that challenges and is going to run amok at our poll stations. But I am telling you, the more they win, the more they will feel emboldened to behave in that way. So we do need people to step up and consider becoming an election a poll worker. And I'm gonna go to Norfolk Department of Elections. I should have this ready to sign up and consider being, working election day, right? I'm looking for voter registration, voter requirements. Here, I'm going to put the page in there, and you can reach out to the Department of Elections to find out how you can become a person that works at the poll on election day, because a lot of our elder population are either aging out of doing it, or they're no longer with us. So we need folks, and I'm not even going to say younger folks, we just need people that are willing, ready, and able to work election day, right? That's it. Second, strategy, messaging. As I make calls over the past week, I get a lot of angry folks just saying, what are the Democrats doing? You guys don't mesh this stuff. You don't say the right things. You don't like it. I hear it. I receive it. As somebody who is, again, newer to party politics, I've felt the same way. So what I would love to do is for you all to be election day officials are paid. Yep, that is true. So thank you for putting that in there, Miss Charlene. What I do need you all to do is consider reaching out to our office. I've started the process of building out curriculum that is going to be helpful for people that want to participate, giving you spaces and places. What does it mean to interact with the media? What does it mean to build a message? We're learning as we grow, but I believe, like I said, there are some of you out there who have the creativity and the chops to help us build out what it is and how we're going to communicate to people in a way that it gets us more votes, right? My job this year is to take care of the residents of the 89th district, to show up and be representative for them. Let's let that money fly over. To show up and be representative of them and for them, and to be of service and to be prepared for 2023. Right? To be in the community and be prepared. That's my job. And when I'm out here communicating to people, I want to make sure that what we're saying resonates and is truthful to who we are. So I'd love to, if you want to join us on that journey of just saying, hey, I got time, or I have an idea, do not hesitate to reach out. And I'm going to put the personal address here. And actually, go to the website. I'm going to send you directly to the website, Delegate Jackie Glass. Go to the website and say, hey, I wanna be a part of building out what it looks like to communicate to voters. I feel like I know what resonates to me, and that's all we need. That we need those folks. If you find that you've got bandwidth and you want to help us with just communicating with constituents, like, that's a whole thing. Let me switch this. There we are. I don't know if it's better now, if the internet is better now. But communicating with constituents is a huge part of what we've got to do. So we would love to get help with doing that. Like, even if it's just making a phone call. So a lot of folks, when I got elected, I checked in on a lot of senior citizens or seasoned citizens, and I don't necessarily have the bandwidth to check on them the way I used to. As a matter of fact, I probably need to get over on the next street and cut one of my neighbor's grass. I need to go check it. But those sorts of things, as we expand our capacity to do work, we have to expand our our human capital. That's people to be able to help enumerate what was accomplished for all citizens during the past administration. Yeah, that too. We have to make sure that we tell people the good work that we're doing, while also talking, and I believe that, right? But last night at our Democratic business meeting, a good point was made, is that if they're talking about us and we're talking about us, then who's talking about them? And so we get into this. We're very logical people. I believe that, many critical thinkers don't buy into the no's and the yeses that we talked about earlier, right? Many of them do not buy. If you're a critical thinker and you start understanding or have a healthy level of respect for people that are different from you, yeah. So they need to hear that. I lost my train of thought. People do need to hear that. They need to hear the accomplishments. But if they're talking about us and we're talking about us, who is talking about them? So it's a yes and. I believe that, Miss Charlene. It's a yes and. But that's it. That's all. I'm grateful for you all's presence today. I hope that you choose to make it a great week. If you're a certified doer going to summer school, I cannot wait to see you tonight. Next week is our fundraiser. Please go to the website, check out the information for the fundraiser. And we have a town hall next week. Yes, next week at Freemason Baptist Church. So I'm hopeful to have you all there. I'm hopeful that you're going to be participatory in that, and looking forward to seeing you either in these streets this week or next Tuesday, right? Don't forget the list, right? Make your list. Come on with it. Do our list. Yeses and nos. All right, be well. Talk to you guys later.